Hello and welcome to the Rhino and the Dude.
I'm the Rhino.
I'm the Dude, and this is a guy we found walking around on the street. Now we're joined today by Shelton Graves. We couldn't find a guest, so we're just like, hey man, you want to be on a podcast? And he's like, yeah man.
We found a guy.
Buy me a sandwich, I'll be good.
We finally found a guy big enough to push Eddie's ego out of that seat.
So I am now in the guest seat.
How's the
And
guest seat
I gotta say, nobody really. I understand why we can't get anybody to come back on the show because it's very uncomfortable.
Did you send some apology messages?
We're just sending apology messages and just a tip to Logic. You know, this is about to get very loud, and watch them audio levels because this thing's probably gonna spike.
It's gonna peak.
Facts.
Especially with this guy
When
talking.
Shelton laughs, you can hear him like 3 blocks down the road.
Facts. Never lie. 2 times.
Watch out with your 2 times, man. Watch out with your 2 times.
2 backhands.
If we were in middle school, this would be a very compromising place to sit. Think about it.
No, hold on.
Bam!
Even, it's compromising, period. Like,
It is. I'm like very vulnerable here.
Honestly, you make everybody come outside here and you make it feel vulnerable every week. That's how you
That's
feel.
what I do.
that's his true goal.
This is the Rhino and the Dude, where we make you feel vulnerable. Anyway, Shelton Graves. What does this guy do?
Shelton is a professional MMA fighter who has just competed in the PFL this past Friday. It'll probably be later for everyone else, but this past Friday for us.
Yeah, and we're here to convince him to put down his violent ways.
And become a pacifist and spread the words of the Lord.
I'm already a deacon, technically.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, he's better than me.
Talking.
Technically a deacon, so I guess I do spread the word a little bit.
Yeah.
At the same time, it's like, nah.
But no,
I'm
you
not
need to
pacifist at all.
spread the word of pacifism.
No.
Are you?
Nuh-uh.
Are you the deacon of damage?
Oh, new name.
The priest of power?
Grave digger. It's not the grave digger, it's the deacon of damage.
Dude, the deacon of damage is pretty sick.
The deacon of
Sound
damage.
just like a wrestler name back in the day. Whatnot. Yeah, whatnot. It's like you got like an Undertaker, Undertaker.
Have you seen that Instagram reel of like Stone Cold Steve Austin walking out and all the guys are doing it, like pretend to drink like beers and throw them on the ground? We should do the Deacon of Danger and have Shelton like walking through, chugging beers, throwing them at people.
So, what's up, man? How was the trip?
What, the trip to where?
Where'd you fight at?
Didn't you like go to 7-Eleven earlier? You were telling me.
Did they give you the taquito? Did they give you leftovers?
Man, have you ever lucked up? One time I forgot what it was. There was I came out of the gym and I was in the 7-Eleven and there was some guy that was yelling at the guy that works there, and he was all scared and I think he was like driving away and he was like in the parking lot and I stayed there with the guy. I'm like, if he's gonna come back, I'm not gonna let this guy come back and like beat this dude up or something like that. And then like the next day he gave me like all the chicken wings and stuff that he came in. I came in there and he's like, oh, thank you so much for last night. Do you want the chicken wings? I'm like, sure. That made
Yeah, he was happy and whatnot.
Yeah, he was happy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
But anyway,
Glad you got
how
some
were
chicken
the
wings.
Tostitos? I always liked the Tostitos though. When you're a kid,
What'd you call them?
Aren't they
Tostitos?
Tostitos?
I don't know what they're called.
Taquitos, I think, right? You combined taquito and Tostitos chips. You made your own like Mexican
I
dish.
stopped and double take for a second. Like, what?
But they were always more expensive. I feel like they were like $2 a piece or something like that. And like you could get like I would always get like one of them. I'd be like, man, I wish I could get like 10 of these. I'd eat them all. But
I've never had taquito from 7-Eleven.
Oh, really?
what's that?
Never had taquito from 7-Eleven.
Really?
You're probably better off, honestly. Every time you eat one, it takes a year off your life.
You haven't experienced life.
That case Eddie dead right now.
You don't want to do this. You don't want to do this. What is the show, the movie? You know, the one with the. You don't want to do this. It'll make you really happy and. Walk Hard.
You Walk Hard. The story of Dewey Cox. Have you seen that movie?
Hell no.
It's like it's from the guy. The 2 dudes from Step Brothers, Will Ferrell and the other guy.
Yeah.
It's the other guy, and he plays a musician, like a country singing musician back in like the 60s.
He's making fun of Johnny Cash.
Yeah, it's a Johnny Cash parody.
I've seen that little thing, but I haven't seen the actual movie. I've seen the little commercial, but I haven't seen the movie.
There's a scene, and he has like this one guy in his band that is always like doing drugs, and he's like always talks about. He's like catches him doing drugs. He's like, "What are you doing?" He's like, "Reefer." He's like, "Well, I don't want to get like addicted." He's like, "It's not habit forming." And he like says all the positive stuff about the drugs. He's like, "Well, I think I want to do it."
But then he's like, he says all the positive stuffs about it, and then he's like, "You don't want to do this, trust me." It's like, "Well, I think I do want to do it." No, you don't want to do it.
I seen that on Facebook. It was the guy who played in The Ladies Man. What is his name?
Dude,
Leon Phelps. I can't remember his real name in real life and whatnot.
I do not remember his. I do not remember most actors' names.
Yeah, I remember seeing that. I seen that.
They have it on Facebook and stuff.
Yeah, I seen like the little, you know, I had little clips or something. I didn't know it was off that movie, but yeah, I seen that. I think I want to do it. Yeah, he's like, no, you can't.
I think I want to do this.
It's bad.
So anyway, you just fought in PFL. I don't know the guy's name. Some foreign guy.
Yeah.
Some foreign Caucasian
I'm
guy.
always bad with last names.
Anyway,
I don't bad with first names. I'm bad with names.
he didn't do much, but you didn't get the hand raised, unfortunately.
Yeah, that was.
So talk us through that.
Yeah, tell us about the experience, like getting there and.
In general, whatnot, it was last minute. It was like they called me with 9 days notice. It was like because I was supposed to fight in July to be an alternate in a tournament they got coming up for $1 million
Oh,
tournament.
so you were ready to go into the tournament?
Yeah, I was ready. No, I was ready to be alternate.
Alternate, okay.
I was going to fight somebody July 25th to be alternate in the tournament.
Gotcha.
And then it's called me up and was like, I was like, all right, well, cool. I'm alternate. Maybe next year I can get inside the full tournament. And then they called me up 9 days. No, I was like, you're in. Like, wait a minute, what? You're in.
Wait, is that what they just said? Like they didn't like explain anything else? Like you just changed the phone. You're like, hello, Shelton.
I was like, I don't know how much I
in.
weigh or whatnot. Like, I gotta go check my weight. Went to go check my weight and whatnot. It was like 287 and whatnot. And I was like, and then I was talking to a weight cut guy, and he was like, you got finished working out? He's like, yeah. He's like, all right, well, this is what I need you to do. I'm gonna go put some liquid IV and some other stuff inside me and whatnot. Then you got me go home and weigh myself in the morning. So this is your true weight. This is that you workout weight. So I woke up at 293. And I was like, yo.
Oh, you got even heavier.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he hydrated me and everything.
Yeah, okay.
And I was like, yo, is this possible? He's like, yeah. I was like, I said, different. It's quick, but it's possible.
Who did your weight cut?
The guy down, Jason, he does most Teflons, all those guys and whatnot down there and whatnot. Yeah, he real cool people. So he was on point, everything and whatnot. So anything I need in the future and whatnot, before it comes to my diet, so before I'm going to go and hop on him and whatnot. He was actually, because it was last minute, Ron couldn't make it, Johnny couldn't make it. So two of my main corner guys couldn't make it and whatnot. So I got Jeff was able to go with me. I got Elder, substitute for Johnny, but I was trying to get Coach Jamal and everybody. It didn't work out and whatnot. So I asked Jason to do it and whatnot for me and whatnot. So, I mean, it was a different experience. They called me up and then you expected to go there a couple of days earlier because, you got there. They wanted you there. The fight wasn't until Friday. They wanted you there Sunday. I was like, yo, this is hella early. And we didn't do nothing the first day or two. So like I was like, what's the point of this and whatnot? Like, yeah.
Do you think it was just like cheaper flights? They're like flights here are cheaper on Sundays.
Actually, no. If you fly me on Tuesdays, flights are actually cheaper on Tuesdays.
Wow, then it doesn't
usually you can fly on Friday, fly on Tuesday, but the flights are cheaper on Tuesday. So it's like than it is on the weekend. So it's like, I was like, this doesn't make any logical sense. But they wanted us there, we were there. So I got there, and basically everybody else showed up and whatnot. But we got there and we started the weight cutting process and whatnot. He had me doing a whole bunch of different things. I got to scale weigh myself every day. We started. He wanted me to add extra cardio session and everything. I train 2-3 times a day. So he said, can you add extra cardio session in the morning, whether it be bike riding and swimming or bike riding and treadmill. And I was like, all right, yeah, say less. So I rode the bike for an hour every day, and I hit the treadmill for 30 minutes, and I hit the swimming pool for about an hour or so. Added that to my regimen and whatnot. Kind of tired me out because I was sparring and everything else still and whatnot.
You were sparring the week of still?
Yeah, I sparred it was like the week before, not the week of.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I was like, all right, I gotta get this working because why not? I mean, I'm here. So I didn't spar my very last day of sparring, which I think was a Friday and whatnot. But other than
the Friday before. Yeah. So a week before the fight.
Yeah.
Gotcha. So normal.
So like normal stuff and whatnot. But we got it done and whatnot. It was actually fairly easy and whatnot. I was caught playing Call Up Teflon because I thought I bought 2 sauna suits and I bought some sweet sweat and I was like, man, we gonna be in for. But I was 270 by the time I actually cut weight and whatnot. You feel me? I was 272 that day when I woke up and I was 270 that night. And by the time I cut weight, we just got an episode. I mean, not episode bath, but it's a regular bath. We didn't even need an episode. Regular bath and 2 sessions and we're done. And I woke up the next day and I was under. So. It was fairly easy.
I think a plane is flying over top of us.
Yeah, I hear it.
Did you hear that?
Yeah, I do hear it.
It's definitely a plane.
Yeah, it definitely is. But we
Because I've never heard. I've never heard a plane like that.
We're not near BWI. Yeah.
Don't tell them where we are. We're undisclosed.
We're actually like in the airport.
We're actually in the airport right now, so this is the airport talk. So that was the first time you actually had to cut weight, like sweat.
Yeah, usually I don't have to cut weight at all. Usually I just come inside there and
That is the privilege of being a heavyweight.
Yeah. Yeah, you feel me, man. Usually I just come inside there. And all I gotta do is like, train a little bit. Then I take me a bath the night before, and I wake up and I'm like 255, 260. I ain't gotta do much.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So, and it's like the best way to cut weight is not to have to cut weight. So next time we're gonna make sure I don't have to cut no weight or whatnot. We should tweak some things when it comes to the diet, and then we're gonna we get a DEXA scan and I think it's called like a RMR.
Do you find that you're walking around a little heavier than you used to?
Yeah.
Like on average?
No, in general, when I used to walk around, yeah, to a certain extent.
Make sure you get the mic too.
Yeah. To a certain extent, yeah, because
you can move, you can bend it.
Eddie, they can hear him down the hall. I think it's
I'm just making sure. I mean, are we good? We good? Okay, cool.
After I got COVID and whatnot, like I was down to about like 280. 270 something, and after I got COVID and whatnot, it shot back up. I was only down for the second time. I was only down for like 3 days, but then it played hectic with my metabolism or something. I'm not sure what it was, but I was still training like I was supposed to, but at the same time I was gaining all kind of weight. I was eating the way I was supposed to, so I minimized. It wasn't working and whatnot. So, but then like I found out certain things I was doing with my diet wrong, like based on the type of athlete I am and what I need to do and whatnot, like I got a lot of fiber and stuff like that. He told me I need to take it out of my diet and eat more. And I don't eat carbs at all, but he needs me to eat carbs. And I'm saying, like, remember, I thought carbs were bad for you. He said, the type of athlete you are, fighter, explosive. You burn the carbs off fast and whatnot, but you're not burning that fiber off and whatnot. Like, they need to be burned off and whatnot. So he said you need 70% carbs and 30% proteins that's the week out of fight. But in general, why not eat a little bit of carbs? You don't have to eat much. But
so where was the fight at?
It was in Atlanta.
So no, there was.
No, it's super gay. Yeah.
I wasn't talking about that.
Oh, okay. Oh,
I was talking about the.
I was so confused.
The cocaine and the cocaine and white women.
Listen, you probably can find cocaine and gay dudes.
So those of you that don't know, the cocaine and white women story. You can't even tell it, man. I wish that that Steve was here. So, you came to the gym. Shelton came to the gym, and he wasn't there originally, but you started training and came up. You fought in Philadelphia, Harris, Raceway Casino up there, Chester. Anyway, after the fight, he won, and there's this guy there. And, he's saying, yeah, the after party ain't at Shelton's house. It's going to be, it's at the casino, and we're going to have plenty of cocaine and white women. And we're all just like, what? What type of? No. This was Munch.
Yeah,
Munch. Rest in peace, Munch, man.
Yeah.
He would have been a great guest to have on.
Woody had, man.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah, man.
He was a great. But, yeah, he's like, there's going to be plenty of cocaine and white women. And, it's me, Steve, Ron. And we're just like, man, I don't know if we really want to be associated with this. We're like supposed to be this Christian like gym and all. And this guy's talking about cocaine and white women and all. And what type of stuff is he into? Like,
well, he told you.
Yeah. So anyway, the funniest thing, like you got married after that fight. In the pictures for the fight, Munch has a Coca-Cola shirt on, and then when you got married, Munch had a Marilyn Monroe shirt on. And then Ron confronted you about it, right? He's like,
Max, when he pulled me up at the gym, he's like, Show, come here. I'm like, huh? What's going on over here? He's like, I just want to talk to you about some things that, happened during the fight. Good win, congratulations, and whatnot. Yeah, we did the thing, but somebody made the mentions of some cocaine and white women. I just burst out laughing because I knew who it was. I burst out. I don't pay him no mind or whatnot. Because he'll do a convincing to you. He'll be like, y'all don't want no cocaine and white women?
Go straight face you with it.
You met Munch before, right?
I don't remember Munch.
The big guy that would always come in.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, that guy could say anything to your face and make you believe it. He'd be like, he'd walk up to you, he'd be like, mind you, he's like Shelton size. He'd be like, man, I'm 130 pounds. So I'm about to fight bantamweight. You'd be like, what? Do I need new glasses? What the heck's wrong with me? Dude, that guy's a truck. How's he? He was so convincing the way he said things. I'd just be like, I can't talk to this guy because I believe half the stuff he's saying.
Yeah, Mush is hilarious and whatnot. Man, really do miss him and whatnot. Like, man, really do. It's been some years now and whatnot. That was unfortunate, the whole situation, but, life happens.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know what is another great Shelton story?
What's that?
So when I was in college, I lived in an apartment. And Eddie, Shelton knows exactly what I'm talking about.
Oh, yo.
So I am out. I'm going to tell this from my point of view because I think it's funnier from my point of view. I'm out at a party, hanging out with friends, and I get a call from Eddie. He's like, "Oh, where were you at?" I'm like, "Oh, I'm out." And he's like, "Okay, cool. Well, I'm gonna bring Shelton to your house." I'm like, "Okay, cool." And I'm like, "Wait, I'm not
I don't
home."
think I told you that I was going to bring Shelton.
No, you didn't actually. So you just said, "Okay,
Yeah,
cool."
I know my way.
And then, now,
Just like the plan for this whole day here was, I'm going to say it, but you go ahead.
so about 5-10 minutes later, my roommate calls me, sounding very nervous. He's like, "Eric, there's this giant man at the door, and he giant black guy looking for you, very intimidating." He's like, "Are you okay?" I'm like, "Yeah, that's Shelton. You're cool." He's like, "What?" He's like, "What?" I'm like, "That's my friend."
It was Brent. And Brent's like me and Mug.
He's like, what about the small one? I'm like, "Yeah, that's my friend Brent." I'm like, I know exactly who those two guys are. And then I'm out at a bar with a bunch of people, and then you guys come, and Shelton's standing in the aisle, and like literally, like at bars, people like kind of like, "Hey, watch out, turn," and no one walked in Shelton's aisle. Like Shelton stood at the end of one aisle. No,
That's because he's
big black man
deacon
syndrome.
of
I call it big black man
destruction.
syndrome. I do the same thing from the airport. I tell my wife, like, "Hey, follow behind me," because I can just walk. If she walks in front of me, people will bump into her and all kind of stuff. Now I think it's all me. I can just walk. People just clear the way.
dude.
People
It
watch
was so
too
funny.
many movies and whatnot. They think that because I'm big and black and whatnot, that means that I'm dangerous. Well, I am dangerous.
Oh, yeah,
because
that's
I'm
like-
a fighter.
yeah.
But
You
they
are
don't know
the
that.
deacon of destruction. sir.
Deacon of damage, baby.
Oh, is it a deacon of damage?
No, I like
or
destruction so much more though. But my roommate sounded so afraid on the phone, and I was dying.
So it was my idea.
Definitely, because and he's like, "Hey, show, let's go out there, let's get this shit out of there." What's his name? Eric's roommate.
My roommate was the nicest guy in the world.
Yes. Shelton and Brent were like, yes. So the roommate knew me, and I was like, "Oh, so just knock on it and be like, where's Eric? We're looking for Eric." And they were just like, "Where's Eric? We're looking for Eric." And like, don't answer any questions. Just be like, "Where's Eric?" He shuts the door, calls Eric. "Excuse me, Eric."
It wasn't that, but like you could tell, like he was confused and nervous on the phone for sure.
That was a good time.
Yeah, that was a good night.
that was
We
so
had
fun.
too much for that night. When that.
Not really. When you say too much fun, you make it seem like we do like actual crazy things,
Well-
like the rest of the world does. You know?
yeah.
Like we went out and we saw Eric and we laughed and we had too much fun.
Told jokes.
You know? When you say too much fun, people think that you're actually doing things.
Every year, kind of just like go around like a stupid and whatnot the whole
Yeah.
time. Like, I remember you got like your what was it, Russian tourists and whatnot. Crazy.
Yes.
Eddie
We don't need
Eddie
to
also had
tell this
another
story.
habit. Sam, this is a good one. You're gonna enjoy this. Eddie had a habit when I lived in college. He would like show up at my house and he'd be like, "I'm going out with you tonight." I'd be like, "Okay." The second we got like to where all the stuff is happening in town, Eddie would just put on an accent like that, and then be like broken English, walking up and like trying to talk to girls dancing, and be like, "Opa!" like doing, and like every woman that we met would be like,
Oh yeah.
"Eric, you're friends with
I
a
like
foreigner?" There was a girl who was in my class who's convinced Eddie was from, I think you told her Uzbekistan or something. Like some I don't know if it existed. Like Eddie, and like she was like, "Wow, I didn't know you had so many foreign friends." I'm like,
You always want to use like a random country and just hope like you're like
hope that they're not,
"All right,
like-"
don't like know somebody from there because like if you say something that's big they might be like, "No, my uncle's from there, he's not from there." So I like think like what is the smallest country that is I've never met anybody from, and I'm gonna say I'm from that. But yeah, people believe it.
and he was like,
And you told the one girl, you were like, "Oh yeah, I picked him up from the airport." Like we made up that I was like, they're like because everybody knew you trained MMA, so we made up that you picked me up from the airport because the gym brought me in to fight or whatever, and I had a chick.
you had I pulled up the airport. This guy had a cardboard box with a chicken in it, no clothes, nothing, just a cardboard box with a chicken. And then he was like, that was a good chicken. Stand next to me, just completely went with it, and was like, that was a good chicken.
Like, that was a good chicken. Why you make me get rid of the chicken?
They pulled up with nothing but a cardboard box with chicken.
And they believed it.
Yes. The one girl,
I'm a firm believer that people believe anything.
later.
If you say it with enough confidence, or if you say it enough, people believe anything you say.
Yeah, you're a munch. Like we talked about earlier. Munch
I
had
tell people
believe in
kind of
so many
ridiculous
things.
things and whatnot. You feel what I mean? And whatnot. They'll believe me just because I'm convinced that I just say it.
Well, and also,
Yeah.
you can say stuff. You're really good at like that, saying stuff and, like no facial expression.
You know
afterwards.
what's the worst?
Like Sheldon will pull that whole like, yeah, I'm the king of the earth, and like not make any reaction afterwards, not smirk, not laugh or nothing. Because then when he normally talking, it's like, yeah, and then I said, but and like breaks on this giant laugh. But when he doesn't do it, you're like, oh, it's serious. This is real.
So you know what's the worst? So you know that I have that ability. My girlfriend does too. So I feel sorry for like our families because we'll do stuff like that all the time. We'll be like, yeah, you know, little guy ran down this, little midget guy ran down the street and stabbed my tire. You know, like we just like told stories. Like we'll have like her mom on the phone or whatever, like tell these stories, and we'll just be like both be going along with it. And sometimes like I'll start it. I'll call my mom like, yeah, you don't know what happened. You don't want to know what happened today, and she'll just go along with it. So found my soulmate. Love you, babe.
Also, since Eddie told me Sheldon was coming on the show, I've been talking to Sam the whole time about how we're gonna need a bigger stage, like we need bigger seats. And then the 5 minutes before Sheldon came up here, I was like, Sam,
It's
Sheldon's
logic.
4'6".
It's logic.
Sorry, knowledge, not completely logic.
So no, we have hired Logic to be our
Some tech guy, tech king.
guy. Yeah.
He's like,
You have to call him Knowledge, or could I just call him by his name?
His name is Logic.
well, he's not so much.
We're gonna
logic,
get
so he's knowledge.
we're gonna get a little camera thing to where he
telling
can
you.
like talk
But we're
in.
doing we're doing
he's
this-
behind the scenes smiling right now. So tune into a later episode where you're gonna meet Knowledge, Logic, Sam,
the Sam cam.
whatever one you want to call it. You know,
Sam Can sounds.
Sounds
I
pretty good,
that.
right?
Yeah, I like
yeah,
that.
the Sam Cam. It'll be like let's see what Sam has to say about this.
There's gonna be Sam sitting there, just like, yeah, good.
Or Logic's layer. When he's sitting,
Logic's
Logic's
yeah,
layer.
he's sitting in the seat back there. and
We can just call it
whatnot,
like logistics.
Yeah. Logistics with Logic.
Yeah, but other than that, like, yeah, that one time experience with the whole fight thing and whatnot, that was pretty cool and whatnot. Didn't like the result. I feel like I dominated every single round. I feel like I won every single round. And I feel like they gave a decision to him because of politics and whatnot. You feel what I mean? But, you know,
That's frustrating.
yeah, it's the game and whatnot. Certain things I could have done a little bit more. Could have put stamps on rounds. I decided not to because I thought it was so far ahead in the scorecards. There was really no point to put a stamp on anything. Yeah, I'm cool. We're going to appeal the decision. And then I talked to my manager, but like 10 minutes right afterwards, he was already on it. So I'm like, all right, cool. But I'm hoping to get back inside that tournament next year because, he was assuming the runner-up last year.
Oh, he was
Yeah.
the runner-up.
Yeah, he was the runner-up last year. And,
So he was in the finals.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and like I beat it. I beat him honestly better than the guy who.
Oh, and he lost his decision.
Yeah, he lost the decision to the other guy one night. Actually, that's a lie. The first time they fought early on in the season last year, he knocked him out. The champion knocked him out, Bruno Capoeira. Then the second time they fought to a hard-fought decision, they were like grabbing all over the place and whatnot. You feel what I mean? But everybody talked to me about his grappling. I think it was really that great and whatnot. But then again, I
Well, you also didn't go to the ground at all, did you?
yeah. He tried at certain points and whatnot. I'm like, yeah, I'm not fall for that. Like, yeah, but now I was expecting shoot underneath, but I guess he didn't want to be underneath me after the shot and whatnot. That's like when people are most vulnerable.
Yeah.
Underneath me at the shots and whatnot. So he knew me, did his game.
And he didn't do much, and you were coming back. You were coming back with counter punches. I don't know if how much the judges see that and can appreciate that, but he was trying to throw stuff. You were slipping, and you were coming back. Making them miss and making them pay to an extent. I don't think that you got scored for that like you probably should have been though.
So that's why every
Eric
fest.
did even see the fight.
I was telling Sheldon in the hallway. I have to tell him about this. I tried to get on ESPN Plus to watch the fight. I'm like, Sheldon's fight's gonna start probably in the next 15 minutes. I'll put it on, watch the end of the one before, and watch Sheldon. My ESPN Plus was like, we need your access code. Take out your ESPN Plus app. I'm like, I don't have that. I'm like, my girlfriend has it on her phone. I'm like, where's your phone? And she's like, it's up here. So I'm like trying to find the app on her phone and set it up. I finally get working. I literally hear the decision.
Oh my gosh.
I'm so mad.
I watched it in
so
And
mad.
Pizza, and you. I think the last time I talked to you about the fight was when I was in And Pizza. I have quite the addiction when it comes to pizza and And Pizza. Have you ever eaten And Pizza?
No.
What is Ann's Pizza?
Is it Nan or Ann?
And like the
And like
sign.
A-N-D?
Ann Pizza?
Yeah,
What's that at?
And Pizza. It's on Camp Boulevard, whatever, in White Marsh. Oh, yeah. By where like the Target is and the Dick's Sporting Goods.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, it's over there.
Is that place
After this, we're all
Across
going
from the
to
Dick's
And
Sporting
Pizza. He's down.
Dude.
All right, let's do it.
down for some za? You
Yeah, that's what they call it too, and I hate that. I
don't
hate
like za?
That is the whitest California thing I've heard.
exactly.
za,
It's like I'm gonna go get some za.
You want some za?
This za
Catch that
term.
gnarly swell.
This za term reminds me of like girls that were in your class at Towson.
Oh, the girls who believe that you are foreign.
I'm gonna go get some za. Pumpkin spice latte. But anyway, I was in there and I'm like ordering it, and I had this thing I had a coupon, and I'm like, just screw the coupon. And Janelle's
need my
like,
pizza.
he's trying to watch his fight, so she like took it over and everything. I'm like, I need to watch it. It's about to come on. It's about to come on. I'm holding the phone.
Yeah, that was different. The strategy was to come out and press him or whatnot, but it seemed like every time I went on the offense, he wouldn't do anything. So what I did was I would go on the offense, land a couple shots and whatnot, and then force him to be back on the defense. Come back defensively. And when he throws one big punch. He didn't throw any jabs, anything like that. It wasn't nothing that was special one night.
He didn't really connect much. That was from the headbutt that you got cut, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And that was I've never seen a point taken away for a headbutt.
Yeah.
Like
I feel like the cards are kind of stacked against me and whatnot. I feel like they played games with me a little bit. Even when they read the decision and whatnot, I was like, okay, it was like 29 and 27. Okay, took a point away. I could deal with that. I thought I won 3 rounds of 0 and whatnot, and they were like,
so
I was like,
the official scorecards is they say that he won 2 rounds and you won 1.
One, yes.
Which one did they say that you won?
I don't know. I ain't.
Oh, you didn't look. Okay.
Didn't look and whatnot. So.
Gotcha. And I've only watched the fight one time to be like, oh, well, you definitely won this round or didn't lose, whatever, but I thought that you were ahead. But I mean, I knew what it was, the politics of the game and everything. I was like, they might try to give this guy the nod.
Hey, you feel me? We know everybody. People like, oh, he screwed you. Like, people in the arena booing. I was like, yeah, but I didn't do about that now. I'm trying to see I can get the decision appealed and whatnot. I do miss out with that. They miss out on that win bonus. That win bonus would have been nice, some nice money and whatnot. Yeah. But I would appreciate the opportunity to have a fight. Like, man, I've been trying to get people to fight me for a while. Even high-ranking guys like what's the name on certain scenes and whatnot. I'm trying to get them to fight me and whatnot.
You're in that weird place where like guys coming up know they're not as good as you, and the guys who are above you have like somewhat of a name. Know that you're a problem.
Yeah.
So they don't want to fight you.
Yeah.
So you have like this weird like little like situation where it's like you have such a hard time finding a fight that when you get one, you just got to take it.
Yes.
And like
it's partly my fault too. I go around to like a lot of gyms and nations sparring. I was like testing my skills, sparring against guys who were higher ranked and stuff like that. Consistently, and I do pretty well for myself and whatnot. I do pretty well. That's why the idea is the goal is to keep getting better. Because my thing is I want to test myself against guys who have that skills. I can't get them in the ring, so I want to test them against. I want to go outside the gyms to test my skills against them because I want to get better. I want to see what we need to improve on, what things I need to work on. I'm just trying to become the best fighter I possibly could be. It has nothing to do with anything else and whatnot. Like I feel like they stole a victory from me, but they ain't stole the growth that I made the last 2 years.
Yeah,
and all kind of different other things.
I mean, you really look better than like you. It was the best version of yourself, even in a loss. I mean, I think there was like little things, but you also didn't have a camp to do it. I think like the forward motion that he had, you were on the back foot, so I think that sometimes they're like, oh, that person's the aggressor, the octagon control. When it comes to scoring, but that didn't mean anything.
Control like when I was landing shots and I turned it back on them, and then like I said, when I was.
But I think that sometimes uneducated judges will be like, oh well, this guy was walking forward. Just walk forward, dude. The Rhino will win every time.
I'm just chasing people.
He just walks forward and throws hooks.
Now that was my whole sparring strategy.
Yeah.
Just chase you down. and try to take you down.
Yeah, because the original game plan was just go straight forward and impress him and whatnot, but he was real defensive, which is the complete opposite of what his nature is. You watch all his other fights when he comes out aggressive striking, aggressive wrestling.
Yeah.
So I'm like, all right, I'm sitting here and baiting, and then I'm like throwing shots, and he's just backing up, and then he starts coming forward again. And I'm like, yo, okay, all right.
I think
certain small things I should have did and whatnot. I could have forced him to be a little bit more aggressive by throwing my combination, chasing him to the outside, but then I didn't switch to my right hand stance and then hitting with shots. I was coming back at the inside. Then I would force him to throw, because I was trying to force him to throw those big hands so I can counter. Big right hands. Big right hand was my ability to counter it was easy, and what I do is really step to the side 90% of the time. When I can force him to throw, I can walk to his power hand. I can step to the outside. I'm just trying to bait him to do something and whatnot. You feel me, man? So, and most of the time we got on the inside, we start throwing strikes and whatnot. You feel me? He grabbed me immediately because he ain't want. I ain't want a couple combinations in the beginning of the fight and whatnot.
Yeah,
we got late in the fight.
I think that he thought and everybody was in his corner saying like, oh, this guy is coming in short notice, and last two fights, this will be easy, and he got in there and he's like, oh, didn't. This ain't as easy, and then he's like, wait a minute, and you start to doubt yourself when you got told the whole week that you're just going to put this guy out real quick, and then you didn't do that in the first round, so then it's like, okay. And then on top of that, you were slipping and coming back on him. So,
and it was funny too, because at the end of the first round, he was still throwing shots at me, and the referee fussed at me. He's like, you can't throw punches out there. It's like, dog, I'm just countering. He's throwing the shots at me.
Oh, yeah, he did.
Yeah. Referee, the bell definitely dung, and he was just throwing shots, and I was slipping and throwing counter shots. I wasn't trying to, like, I said the referee was kind of like, that's why, like, people looking at it like the referee was kind of like, huh?
Who was the referee?
I don't know the guy and whatnot.
It wasn't like
it wasn't like,
I mean, you should.
One of the regular known ones.
Huh? No, he was a regular one for them. Yeah, for their group and whatnot, you follow me? And so he but it was like, it was weird. It definitely was weird. I'm not gonna sit here and lie like, oh, it wasn't. It was definitely weird. For like, yeah. Like I say, expecting me to come in there and not do well and whatnot, but that's like been the biggest mistake of everybody who's ever fought me.
Yeah. That's the history.
History.
Yeah, that's the history.
Yeah,
back to who was the Samoan dude or was
Lorenzo Hood and whatnot. Yeah, because he knocked that.
That dude, you put a little pressure on him and
he broke.
He broke.
That dude was different and whatnot. He's the only person I know was on the ground like, at the end of the round, I was like, is he playing mind games with me? I thought he was joking. I thought he was playing games with me because I was like, nobody sits there
and does that
around like, and it peels himself off the ground and whatnot. You're fighting, you like, I gotta get up and whatnot, do my thing and whatnot. But eventually he grew up out of that and whatnot. You feel me? But he still is who he is. He still got that one punch knockout power. All his fights end in the first round knockout. People thought like, oh, he's gonna knock me out. I'm like, yeah.
He's still fighting?
That's a tough task. Huh?
He's still fighting?
Yeah. Well, now he's doing like bare knuckle, and he was doing boxing.
Oh yeah.
He went back MMA, but he
was involved in that brawl. I think. I think he was involved in some brawl between Hector Lombard and somebody else in bare knuckle.
Was that Julian?
I don't know.
Was it the Let Me Bang Bro dude?
No.
I don't know. The bare knuckle.
I know Hector Lombard got into somebody.
There's so many just
Bare knuckle is kind of a nuts place.
Yeah.
I don't follow it
It's a
enough
nuts
to
place.
be knowledgeable of it.
I mean, Feldman's always been a good guy to me. I mean, I always liked Dave Feldman, but I don't know.
See, I'm not. I got niggas Dave Feldman either and whatnot. You feel me? He's been pretty decent and whatnot, but I'm not the biggest bare knuckle fan.
Yeah.
You feel me? It's for a couple different reasons.
I just feel like once you get cut, it's just like once you get cut, it's almost the most experienced fighter that might have scar tissue is at a disadvantage to the guy that's younger. Because you get a cut and that's pretty much that's it.
And then
it's so easy to cut with bare knuckles.
It's also bad for your knuckles and whatnot. You feel me? The whole entire thing.
How long can you have it? I don't see how long a shelf life of a bare knuckle fighter can really be.
Yeah, you feel me? Like the whole entire point, the reason the UFC only has like them gloves just to protect your knuckles.
Yeah,
that's essential.
And protect your hands, protect your knuckles. You break your hand.
Yeah.
But
you feel me? Even boxing would not be trained. Most people train with like 16 ounce or 20 something ounce gloves and whatnot, between 16 and 20 ounce gloves. But when you fight with 8 to 10 ounce gloves. You're not fighting with big gloves. They're like these huge gloves and whatnot. It's basically there to protect your knuckles. They want you to feel everything and whatnot. So it's like Yeah, I'm not the biggest fan of that's the only reason I'm not a big fan of it and whatnot. Other than that and whatnot, the way they do things, the presentation they put on, the way they look out for the fighters, they pay him or whatnot.
Yeah.
They Feldman always been on point when it comes to certain things or whatnot. You feel me? So I ain't never got a problem with that. But that whole bare knuckle thing. Plus, you know, they look for more brawling than they look for skills. And, you know, I love skills.
Yep.
Yeah. So,
They're trying to put on a show.
Yeah.
They're definitely putting on a show.
Yeah.
So, but you know, it's teachers
Talking
on or whatnot. I think, like, you know, I'm a firm believer in like that skill brutality. Like, yeah, you feel me? It's like that person picked that person apart. Look at him; he looks a hot mess. It's not because he beat him.
Yeah.
There's nothing he can do. That's how, you know. That's how I try to make people when I feel like I fight them. I feel like there's no area you can beat me in. That's why I train so hard. That's why I'm all over the place and whatnot. I just try to get the best version of myself I possibly can be and whatnot. I don't know what that's going to be at the very end of it and whatnot, you feel me? But right now I'm still able to walk, kick, and move along, so I'm doing my thing. I haven't got hit that often, so I said my
We gotta ask
ability to
Shelton.
think.
What?
Very important question.
What's that?
What's your opinion of donuts?
Why? I like donuts, just can't eat them.
I just wanted to change the subject, but donuts. Yeah, give me a topic.
Man.
Give me a topic. Give me a story. We need a story about Shelton. There's so many stories that he's just trying to hide from right now.
I had my good story about Shelton horrifying my roommate.
Old Bertha? Remember Bertha, your car?
That wasn't birthday, it was Burgundy Love. Burgundy Love.
I like that.
Yeah, she's 1989 Buick. Yeah, my bad, baby.
What happened to Burgundy Love?
Burgundy Love. I miss that baby. My baby could drop. Man, that bad boy was smooth.
Yeah?
Yeah, I got it from some old guy and whatnot. You know, Tom, you know, I'm riding buses back and forth to gyms and stuff like that. So I got to get a car because, you know, cars constantly.
Yeah.
My other car broke down. So I was like, all right, I got to figure something out. So I get this old Buick and only pay like $600 for it and whatnot. It's like 1980 something. I think it might have been 89 or 84, but it was old and whatnot. But that thing was the smoothest thing I've ever seen in my life, man. I love driving that bad boy. And I miss it and whatnot. It went up on me and whatnot there about a year or two, but man, I got me some good miles out of it.
When we cut this, Eric, when we cut this clip, I want you to put like sad music over him talking about the loss of
We cut into the black and white with the rain coming down. Just Shelton stand there, the rain just. What'd you call him? Burgundy Love?
Can we get some
The rain drops.
depressing music?
Yeah, Burgundy Love, that was my baby and whatnot. Yeah, so I had a whole bunch of cars now. I think about it, going through the times and whatnot, through the years and whatnot. I won't say a whole bunch, but I had about 3 or 4. Then again, I've got my wife's cars. My wife always fat. She stayed crashing up a car.
She crashes cars. Why do you think that is?
Because she's a woman.
What?
That was a loaded question. You knew
I
he was
know.
gonna say
I
that.
know. That's why I said I like that.
Can you please explain? Can you please explain further?
No, my wife.
You think she crashes
got-
cars because she's a woman?
Yeah, she got much better at driving.
Very misogynistic of you.
Okay. Yeah, but she.
What is this, 1962?
She got much better at driving. I had to give her credit at that and whatnot. Like, you know, I know it was the things she was doing. Like, you know, you looking down at your phone while you driving.
These are just basic things.
She's like,
you weren't looking at the road when you were driving.
yeah.
She's like, so just like.
I mean, she crashed, went into a pole because she wanted to pick up. She dropped some breakfast and
I crashed into a pole.
crashed to a pole, like right in front of our house and whatnot. I was like, how? How?
Wait, were you like in the house when this
She
happened?
dropped it and was like, oh.
How many times has she crashed her car?
Oh man, since we been together. She crashed a rental car too once.
Really?
Yeah, they actually put on no rental list for a nice little minute.
She's on the no rental list. They said see Logic's face right now.
She crashes the rental company, gets the name. They're like, oh, we'll give her a bike.
And it's funny in the whatnot
Give her a
because
scooter.
as she crashed the rental car the day of and whatnot, I told her certain things she got to do while she's driving. She can't be on the phone. She can't do that. I remember I was like riding up. I was right behind her, and she didn't even realize it and whatnot. She happened to pull up in front of me, and then she was at a stoplight. She was looking at her phone and whatnot, and I was like, literally talking about, you know, you should have your phone in your hand. She will have. If you don't, put the phone down. I ended up beating my horn, beep beep. She didn't hear nothing I was doing. Saying, I was beep 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 beep.
So she's just sitting at the.
She was sitting there, yep, just playing with her phone or whatnot to stop like and whatnot, just playing with her phone or whatnot. I had to get out the phone, and knock her, get off the phone. She was like, I'm sitting here like,
how do you know?
you got caught.
That's a problem.
How did he know?
But that was
a problem.
No, that was
a problem.
Nah, that was about 5.
She's not the only person that
Has she
problem.
gone to a recovery center?
Yeah, she been on point the last, like, I'm gonna say 3-4 years and whatnot. When I married her, her accident record was so bad, my insurance dropped me. I had like this King's insurance.
wow.
Yeah.
Gosh.
And I was paying great rates for full coverage and whatnot. And they were like, I tried to get a new car. And I was like, yeah, I put my name on it. It's like, well, you married now, right? Like, yeah, you got to put your wife's name on it, insurance too. Like, all right, cool. And like, it's up. My wife was like, yeah, we can't cover you anymore. I was like, you seriously? Like, yeah, your wife has way too many insurance points or whatnot. You had to find new insurance. And I was like,
wow.
and like, over the years, it seemed like it got better, then she'll crash a car. Then things started low, insurance rates started, she'll crash a car. I'm a jinxing now. It's been the first time these last 3 years or whatnot that she hasn't done anything crazy to raise our insurance rates.
Knock on wood.
I'm a knock on and whatnot, you feel me? She been much better at it and whatnot, you feel me? So I'm proud of my baby because of that. Yeah.
That's better.
5 minutes.
We got 5 minutes left.
5 minutes left. What's
Okay.
Doesn't feel like we've been going that long, does it?
Yeah, don't. Yeah.
Well, that's because Shelton's laughing has like destroyed our eardrums at this point.
Very, very bad. 5 minutes.
But conversation I've ever had with Shelton. Favorite artist, musician, band. Never asked.
That's a tough one. James Brown.
Okay.
One of my favorite. James Brown.
Okay.
Hit me.
Yeah, let's go back.
Not a fan how he treated his people. Was a fan of their music and whatnot. Mainly because I work out to it. It gets me hit.
Get up. Get on up.
Plus,
honestly,
my taste is Otis Redding. I'm slipping. That's my guy. Dog, I listen to Otis Redding all day.
On the doctor's bed.
What's
Okay.
his
You know, I
name?
used to set my alarm clock to Get Up by James Brown. Like, get up. Get on up. At my Alexa.
Get on up.
As that thing starts playing, you're like, yeah.
It tells you what to do.
Get on up.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I said myself, get up off of that thing. Yeah. Get yourself together. Get up off of that thing. James Brown.
Hey, what's yours?
I'm not a man of
we don't-
favorites.
Yeah, you don't talk music either.
Who do you like?
I really, you know me, I kind of jump around with everything
I'm
in music.
a big Nickelback fan.
Dude, don't hate on Nickelback, man.
I don't know who Nickelback is.
I just know that people make fun of Nickelback, so I just figured I'd say that. But
I gotta jump around music. Like, it depends on what genre you're talking about.
Yeah.
Like, if you're talking
Say something
about
about rap. Who's your favorite rap artist?
rap artists, I probably Eminem's all the time #1 for me. And like technically rapper, but like really he kind of does a lot of things. I really love Tyler the Creator. Like all of his music, even when he gets away from rapping.
I like
Weird,
Kanye.
man.
I like Kanye.
Weirdos sometimes make the best music. Kanye makes great music.
Kanye,
like, Kanye's
our
a nut
future
job.
president. All right, this is
Kanye
our,
makes great beats.
now the real.
Yep.
He's
Sorry.
good.
And then there's some of his music, and I can't say that because a lot of his albums, man, they be fire. I'm not gonna say a lie.
Like,
But the real
Graduation?
reason why we brought you in today, and the real reason this whole show, is to ask your opinion. Will Kanye West ever be president?
Probably not.
And you need to ask your follow-up question about.
Will Skeet be president?
Who the hell is Skeet?
Pete Davidson, the guy who's dating Kim Kardashian now. Kanye has this whole thing. He calls him Skeet.
Probably not either.
Have you seen?
Okay, you heard it here first, folks. You heard it here, folks. Here first, folks.
So Pete, who?
He's on SNL.
That explains a lot of people. A lot of people with the SL.
he has like bug eyes.
He's
like
he's a very unique looking guy.
very weird looking
Hold on.
guy. Looks like he
pull a
might
picture of him.
lack iron in his diet or something.
That guy does look like he needs to eat some spinach or something.
Yeah. But I just not keep up with celebrity gossip and whatnot. I really don't honestly care about their lives.
Sorry, but he was tweeting and calling him Skeet, and it's honestly really
petty.
funny.
That's especially if that's his girl or whatnot, or his ex-wife and whatnot. It's super petty. So I'm assuming he stole him from the girl.
But we're
I think they were getting a divorce and then started dating this guy.
All right, guys. No Kanye, no Skeet, but this is the Rhino and the Dude. Thanks, Shelton Graves, for joining us, and we're out.